Good morning. Welcome to this episode of Conversations at the Table. I'm your host, Laura, which I don't think I've done yet is introduce myself. And I truly appreciate you taking time to sit with us today or tomorrow or whatever day it is that you watch this. I know there is a ton of content on the internet right now, and we're all sitting at home scrolling and looking. So I do appreciate that you took the time to watch this little video. Today's episode is sponsored by KMA Clothing Company once again. KMAclothingcompany.com. Go there, take a look, see what that little company has to offer. At the end of our show today, I'm going to let you in on how you can win yourself a little KMA Lip Collection t-shirt. We're running a little contest today, so you can join at the end. You got to go all the way to the end, see where you can go. Today's guest is someone who is so near and dear to me. She is absolutely my best friend in the whole world. I love her so much, so unconditionally, and I just am so grateful that she has agreed to come on and speak with me today. So everybody welcome my best friend in the whole world, Bernii. Hi! I miss you so much.
I wish we were here in person doing this.
I know, me too. Yeah. Thank you so much for taking the time to come on and speak with me today.
Thank you. I'm honored for sure. Although I'm third. Just no.
I know. That's right. I wanted to get a little better before we share our time together. Maybe there should be a show, Conversations at the Table with Bernii and Laura. Could be a whole series. That would be all right. When I was talking to Brett about who I wanted to interview or have conversations with and why I was picking those people, I said, and of course my Bernii, because she's the one person who can say absolutely anything to me and I'm affected in the right way. I'm never angry or upset. And he goes, yeah, I know. And I went, what do you mean by that? So you really are. And I just feel so blessed to have met you. We came together through work, and I don't know how I think I know how you feel, but I cannot explain to other people the connection that I have with you. It's rare. And my wish is for every woman to be able to have a Bernii in their life.
You're so sweet.
Thank you for that.
Well, it's not so shabby having a Laura, let me tell you.
That's nice. That's good. And it's best friends who come on and do these kind of things for each other when they're asked, and I'm very grateful for that. When I've prepped the other whopping two episodes, I had no problems bringing them together and coming up with questions that I wanted to talk about or ask. And I had a lot of trouble with that today, because I think I don't walk into a conversation with you and think, oh, I want to know this, I want to know that. We just have these really great conversations. And so today I was hoping that we could just kind of have that today. The show is called Conversations at the Table. But so if we can just talk about a couple of things that we talk about. I know one thing that we really have a lot in common with is dating, being 50 and dating. How has all of this changed that for you?
Well, I'd like to say it's a great big change, but I wasn't doing a whole bunch of it before. So,
right?
Yes, you certainly are not going to just be so quick to run out and meet somebody. First of all, where would you even do that? You can't go have a coffee or a glass of wine or some wings or anything like that. So yeah, it's definitely changing that aspect for me anyway. Other people probably are taking that risk. I don't know that I would do that. Actually, I know I would not do that. There's just too much at risk, right? You know? Yeah, but it's interesting, and the conversations are very different. That's what
I bet.
Yeah, I'm really finding this experience, because I have done dating before, and it's very, very different this time, and it's almost enjoyable in that men's first question is, how are you doing? How are you holding up? One man even said, oh my goodness, you're a sales rep. Are you okay? And that was his first message to me. And I thought, I believe that he actually meant that, you know? So I think it's bringing out maybe the best in a situation that can sometimes be a little hairy-carry.
Right. Well, I know we were kind of talking about that before, like just I'm a little heavy in my heart today because I just want there to be some light and love happening, and I'm not seeing a lot of that right now. And so how's that working for you? Like, are you able to, like find some joy, some peace, some happiness?
Oh, 100%. I don't often not find joy in a day. Certainly this has presented some challenges. The first 2 weeks that this really went down, I was still living by myself in a basement suite. And so I literally spent 2 weeks alone, which anybody who knows me knows I'm okay with being alone. I've lived alone a great portion of my life. I've been single a great portion of my life. And that's never really been a bad thing. That was a bad thing. And I was surprised how I handled that. Like I didn't handle it all that well.
Right.
So now I've moved. I had a move in the midst of all this, which was a really nice distraction. I have a bright, beautiful, brand new condo downtown where I can't go anywhere, but I have a roommate who's fantastic. So I have some company, and so that's definitely kind of lifted the heaviness from me over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. And that's just so hugely important. And I think with your roommate, knowing Lori a little bit, that has got to be a bright light in your situation right now too.
She's fantastic. And we're so much alike and yet so different. And we laugh and drink a bit of wine, not gonna lie. And so no, it's been really, really fantastic for sure.
Yeah, that's great. And you have your bike.
I have my motorcycle on the road, and it's been a little chilly, but I've been out probably 5, 6, 7 times now for a little scoot here and there. And that is my Zen time. I am at one with the world when I'm on that.
I know when I was a passenger on a bike, like I could fall asleep on the back of the bike. It was just so calming for me. I'm a little nervous to get my own license, but
we're working on it.
Yeah, maybe. You never know. Right? Hey, in this time, lots of things are changing for people, especially for
me. For sure.
How is this going to change how you look at dating and what you do? Like once we're given the okay, go back, you're okay. It's okay to leave the house. Or has it actually, Bernii, has it changed what you're looking for in somebody? Like,
I think it had already changed for me a little bit. There's always been a quote that always stuck with me, and oddly enough, it came up as a memory on my Facebook today, which I thought was so funny that I was going to talk about it, right? But the quote is, I'm sure everybody's heard it, but if your presence can't add value to my life, your absence will make no difference. Yeah. And I've thought about that quote numerous times over the last few weeks, because I'm noticing that there's a lot of people that I normally interact with regularly, whether it be work related, socially, family, whatever, that their absence is making a big difference.
Right? Yeah.
It's making a really, really big difference. Yeah. So with regards to the dating and what I'm looking for, I don't know about that one. I mean, I think we're always looking for somebody who's kind and who, is going to treat you nice and all that kind of thing. I think right now, certainly because I can't meet anybody, but the fact that people are obeying that's a human being I want to meet. Somebody that actually is paying attention. If somebody's like, forget it. I did have one person who was like, I don't buy into this hoax. This is a conspiracy theory. You want to go out, blah, blah. I was like, bye.
Yeah.
Respond.
Right, a flag at that time, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, you have talked about that saying quite a bit. And I like to look at it for myself. Like if my presence doesn't affect you, neither will my absence, right? And so at this time, because I've had a lot of time to think about everything, but especially I'm going a little deeper with my thinking, and I want to be able to come out of this And, you know, I want our friendship to grow because I get to have you in my life, and I want my presence to mean something to you.
Yeah.
Not always the other way around. You know, it's not about judgment. It's about what can I bring, and my presence. Like I want people to light up. Like when I see you, I just feel so good. And that's who I like. I'm pretty sure when I get to see you, I'm not going to be able to let you go for a little while, and there'll be tears and all that other stuff.
I'm starting to do it right now.
I know. Sorry. But I just feel like this time has really changed so many things. And I find like I'm going a little bit deeper inside myself and what it is that I want to take from this and to improve. And, you know, it's not about I'm being nicer to my skin and I'm eating a whole lot better and I'm exercising. That stuff comes and goes. It always has in my life. But it's the deep core change that I want to take from this, the slow down, the look after myself, the just all those good things. So your quote really resonates for me. Like, what can I do to make my presence more relevant in my friends? And
I love that. Yes. And that's really well said for sure.
yeah. So I'm trying to talk and think at the same time.
Because we usually just go.
You and I have the same conversations that I've had with Brad sometimes where it goes like this and we just kind of pick things. But something that when we were talking yesterday about what we wanted to talk about and kind of prepping a little bit for this, something that I said was, I grew up in a family who my parents have been married for 55 plus years. And they've always seemed to be very happy. I'm sure there's roller coaster. They've had some ups and downs. That goes without saying when you've been with somebody for that long. But as a child, I never saw that. I never saw my parents fight. I never saw my parents kiss. I never saw my parents hold hands, like both sides of the good and bad of the relationship. So as an adult, I thought, you know, you meet your person and it's just good. And it just works. And yesterday you said something to me about there's a difference between working at a relationship and putting effort into a relationship.
Absolutely. I agree. I believe that wholeheartedly. And I'm no relationship expert, clearly, because I currently do not have one. And I've ended many. But I think for me, because part of what I'm working on right now with head and heart work is, why have I stayed in things as long as I have when I was not fulfilled? Right. Why? And I think for me, when we were kind of talking about that, was as soon as it appears that that effort is stopped on the other side, I gotta go. That's when I feel my worst, my most insecure, totally devalued, which is a lot of power to give over to somebody to let them make you feel like that. So that's something else that I'm working on. But I remember you saying, actually, I think what you said was relationships shouldn't be work. And I've heard that 100 times from people. And I can't disagree more. Because if I go, and I understand a job or, you know, different relationships have different intimacy levels or whatever. But if I go do my job every day and put zero effort into it, I'm going to get zero out of it. You cannot just let things go stagnant. I mean, you take it going for a hike out in nature where nobody's cutting the grass, weeding, doing any of those things. Everything's overgrown and taking over and whatever. And that's exactly what happens, I think, in a relationship if there's no effort put in. And it's got to be daily. And it doesn't, I think we were saying maybe the magic difference in the words was effort versus work. Right. Because work seems like a negative almost.
Work is absolutely a negative to me. Work is like when I have to go and work out, and it's really hard for me to go. And I don't want a relationship to be work. When you said work and effort, that completely turned how I'm looking at my relationship right now. Like, okay, my boyfriend is a huge advocate of Bernii. He's even going to love you more now because of this. You changed that for me because I think I'm like you. Like when it becomes work, it fight or flight, man.
Fight or flight.
You fly, I fight. I love a good fight.
Oh, I'm a runner. I'm gone. See you later. Bye.
No, I'll work it in a boxing match, but I just couldn't get over how much that changed. I don't know. It was huge for me because, like I said, I always thought, I have two sisters who've both been married over 25 years. My parents, 57, I think they have this.
Wow, that's great.
It's crazy. And so I was that black sheep when it came to the marriage cycle. And what I think I really connect with you is traditional marriage is not necessarily right for me. And it's really hard to grow up with people who are in traditional marriages. And I don't mean by like, when I say traditional marriage, I mean being married to the same person forever and it works really well for you. And I will have troubles cohabitating again. But that doesn't mean I don't want to be married to somebody. And that's going to be effort for me. Snoring makes me crazy.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Like almost a deal breaker for me.
It's the little things.
It really is. And everybody knows, especially my Brett, knows that I don't have sleep, it's not good for anybody. Like it really isn't good for anybody. Do you have, I'm not joking when I say that snoring is a deal breaker. Do you have anything that's ridiculous like that too, Bernii?
Oh gosh, no, not really. I'm pretty tolerant. A lot of people won't believe that, but I'm actually really tolerant.
I do. I've seen you be very tolerant in a relationship where I was like,
I can also be very tolerant, but I don't like bad table manners, or if somebody's like chewing with their mouth full and food's flying, like that just can't go. That I cannot. You can swear, you can do whatever else. You can even, well, no, passing gas would be another. That's another deal breaker.
I have been so fortunate because my boo he's great. I won't get into it. He's great. Let's just say that because I agree with you. I'm not your dude. I remember you said once, you have to do that. You get up and go to the bathroom. You do it all day. But you Dutch oven me one time.
Bye.
Okay.
Boy, bye.
Okay, that's grand. Anyway, I just think it's true. And what the conversation is definitely a little bit ridiculous, but it's so important for me right now to be able to connect with my best friend in the whole world and just talk about light and airy things that bring me some joy. Like I said earlier, my heart is so heavy today and I already feel so much better. Thank you so much for this, my friend. I think, do you have anything that you want to share before we sign off?
You know, I just want everybody to stay well. I really think it's important to take this seriously. I, of course, as you know, am in the beauty industry. And what's really breaking my heart, certainly there's a lot of small businesses that are struggling, but my heart is really with the stylists, the salon owners, the estheticians, because they just work so hard and they put their heart and soul into it. And the fact that they cannot be doing that right now and that it may be some of their demise, I can't even talk about it because I have those relationships with them.
Yeah.
So I just want everybody to take it seriously, stay home, do your part, and just be kind.
Yeah.
You asked me before if there was anything that was going to change in what I look for maybe in a potential partner, although I'm not really there yet, but kindness all the time. Whether you're out in public, whether you're behind closed doors, kindness 100% always.
Oh,
that's a big one.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really is. It is. I completely 100% agree with you. Again, thank you so much for being here. I had said at the beginning of the episode that we were going to run a little contest. And so if you wish to win one of these beautiful lip collection t-shirts from kmaclothingcompany.com, they come in a variety of colors. The t-shirts are all black, but the lips are in different colors. V-necks, crew necks, your choice, from sizes small to 3XL, because we are all inclusive. If you share, like, or comment on this video through our website, you will automatically be entered to win one of these. We'll do the draw in a week because not everybody's going to watch us today, Bernii. I can't understand why not, but they're not.
Or they ask us to come and do it every day.
I'm just going to say, when I get the call after this is aired, I'll let you know. When they say, hey, girls, I'll be like, yeah, we're in.
Yeah.
So again, I love you with all my heart, and I can't wait to get to hug you and see you.
I know. I love you too, and I'm so proud of you, and you're a natural at this. You go, sister, girlfriend. Do it.
Thank you. I love you.
Bye.
See you soon, honey.